Okay, let's get ready to shoot. In 100, 99, 98, 97, 96,
I don't have that many hands.
95, 94, 93. I feel like this is too fast for this countdown. 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, 87, 86, 85, 84. I'm tired. 10.
Oh.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay.
2.5. Oh, no, maybe 1.5.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Alex, and we are back for episode 4 of I Can't Believe It's More Content. We are back after a little month hiatus. I hope everybody is doing swell and you are enjoying this semi-fall, semi-surface of the sun weather that we're having back and forth. And yeah, it's great to be back. I am joined again by my good friend, the voluptuous, sexy, slightly round, but still ready for a pound, Jaime Pinero.
Well, hello there, everybody. I am back. That's me.
He is back, and he is back ready for the sack. How's it going, Jaime? How you doing today?
Cold.
Cold.
Yes.
He's wearing a fucking sweater.
Cold.
Yeah. Well.
It's fucking freezing outside.
We're in a short sleeve. Well, we're inside, so
But I'm just saying.
shouldn't have that problem.
I miss the heat, man.
Yeah.
What happened to the heat?
I don't know. It came and went, just like a like a loose ex.
Just
lover.
like a season.
Just like a season or an ex-lover in college. We just came and went, literally.
They'll come back. They always come back.
Came and went. Good. Came and went.
I get it now.
Have a good night, everybody. Yeah, so we're back. We have a lot to talk about today. Fun-filled episode here. We both actually came back from vacations out of the old country. Well, no.
Well, you went out of the country.
I went out of the country, but we both went out of state, which
Yes, we did.
is defined as a vacation. I am returning recently. For the past couple of weeks I've been back, but I went to the lovely country of Greece and its nearby neighbor Germany, which was a great time. Jaime, where were you?
I went to Miami, Florida. Not so far away, but if you want a quick getaway, please go there. So much fun. You'll drink a lot, you'll party, and you'll find yourself getting into a little bit of trouble.
Ooh, you were in Miami, bitch.
Yay. Son.
You were.
I were.
Not in there now.
Was.
You was.
I was.
English teachers, what's up? Yeah, so it was a great time, right?
I had a great time. How about you?
Miami's always a fucking blast.
Yeah, I would go again.
I
was telling my friends I would probably live there for a month,
Mm.
or maybe for the winter season,
Yeah.
just because I'm tired of being cold.
Just to get away from the cold weather.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
I mean, we're getting a nor'easter this weekend.
Oh, really?
Lots of rain, folks. Lots of rain.
Yeah, I mean, this is Halloween weekend too. I don't know when you guys are gonna be listening to this, but it is. This weekend is Halloween weekend, which kind of sucks if it's gonna rain.
Yep.
For everybody that has plans.
And I'm ready for the rain.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be going on a boat party, but we'll see how that works out.
Oh yeah.
It's at a rain or shine party.
Well, I mean, you guys have indoors, right?
Yeah, but we're on the water, man.
Yeah, on the water, but
Could be a little rough.
Yeah. Well, that'd be fun with the drinking and all.
With the drinking, but what happens if it sinks? And
Somebody
I
goes
can't
overboard?
swim? I can't swim.
Yeah. I mean, they have lifesavers, I'm sure.
Lifesavers.
They'll throw you one and then go back to
I
partying.
love those candies, lifesavers.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the
Somebody went
The
overboard.
ones.
To just fucking throw a lifesaver and be like, all right, back to the party. Ooh, Brian's there.
I'm cold.
Dropping his ass again.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, Brian.
He's back. He's just at every party you're at.
I was like, don't I know you from somewhere?
Just dropping it low. everywhere he goes.
Yeah, this is my boat party. Woo!
It's like how he walks, just fucking.
Imagine.
It's like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I came back from Greece. Greece was a great time. I went to Athens and
I love that musical Grease.
yeah, Greece is cool. Travolta's a gem. But yeah, Greece it was a good time. Went to Athens. Went to Mythos. I forgot the little town, but went there, and went to Mykonos, which was unexpectedly crazy. Basically, we both went to like a Miami-ish type area because
yeah,
it was
I
just
saw your
partying.
Instagram stories and your snaps, man. You had a great time. I was jealous.
I wasn't even ready for it. Like I went to see the islands, just the beauty of it, and adventurous, like real cool camera stuff. And then all of a sudden we're there, and just there's like right when we get there, we go to the beach, and there's girls topless on the beach in the middle of the day. People are drinking, like there's bottles in hand. I'm like, what the hell did I just walk into right now?
Booby land.
And okay, so where we were, there's a connection of resorts.
Okay.
And in the beach area, there's all bars. So there's maybe 4 different resorts, and they're all connected bars. And this is like 3 p.m. There's like topless women, and then in the bars, there's girls dancing on the table, like in the stage area. There's girls like dancing, like at 3 p.m. in the middle of the day. And this is just like in end of September. I'm like, what the hell? Like we haven't even settled in, and my friends are just like, yo, let's get a drink. I'm like, oh man, can we breathe? Can we get some food?
Can I wake up?
Yeah, I'm definitely the old man of the group. I'm just like, oh my god, we just fucking got here, man. He's like,
welcome to my life, man. Welcome to my life.
Friend's like, hey, AAP, let's go get a bottle of Jack. I'm like, oh my, right now? He's like, yeah, let's go fucking party, man. That's how he sounds.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a great time. A lot of stories that are explicit.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. Rated PG-13. And then after that, we went to Munich. Yeah. For Oktoberfest, which was another good time. With that, basically just a big, like a big fair, like a big carnival. With
lots of beer.
Huh?
Lots of beer.
Lots of beer. It's a big carnival, giant fucking carnival with rides and shit. There's like kids outside playing cotton candy, teddy bears. And then there's big warehouses, like cafeteria, high school cafeteria times 7. And with wooden tables and people wearing the German outfits with the hat with the feather, and then the ladies with the dresses. And they just have these big mugs of beer, and they're just listening to music, this band's playing, and they're just dancing on the tables. Like also middle of the day, just not a care in the world. Just what are you gonna say?
I should have went.
Yeah,
I would have had such a good time.
Let's speak up.
I said I would have went, but then I would have had a good time.
Yeah, no, it was a good time.
You probably would have lost me actually. Where's Jaime? Oh, he's on the table dancing with the.
Possibly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That would be me.
The crazy thing is they have the warehouses, and then you go outside and there's little kids, and like you'll walk around and there's like bodies, like people passed out in vomit, just like against like a fucking like the little water balloon game, just vomit, and there's like cops that come by and just kick them. They're like, sorry, I don't know what that was, but it was like another language. They're just like, get up, and they're just literally like in their own pool of vomit. And there's like kids just fucking doing this double dutch.
Nice.
It's just a strange place, man. But it was great. I loved it. The people there are great. Germany gets a bad rep. I mean, from the history, but they're really nice people. I enjoy them, and they're really nice people in Germany. And the Greek women are gorgeous, and that's what I took from that.
I liked Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who lives there is like pretty much beautiful. I mean, you saw topless women.
Yeah.
I saw men just ass out.
Bottomless men.
Bottomless. Well, not really bottomless because there was no like full frontal, but
Bottomless mimosa.
Oh. Anyways. No, like their cheeks were all out, all of them.
Okay.
But everyone was superficial. But people who live in Miami, they don't care. Like I went with a couple of my friends who are girls. We were walking back to the hotel where we were staying. We were staying on Ocean Drive. Walk back to the hotel, and these two guys go up to them, basically just say, "Hey, I don't want to waste your time, but do you want to fuck?"
Oh wow.
And here I am, just like walking, like I'm like I don't have time for this. I'm tired. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning, and my friends, of course, they said no, and they're like, "Okay, bye."
This is day
I
one.
don't care, man.
This is day one.
This was like maybe like day 4.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're like veterans
day
at
3.
that point.
Well, day one slept the whole day because it was just chaotic.
Yeah, so much jet lag. It's like a
Jet
2-hour
lag.
flight. This is all
Not
bad.
even like we missed our first
Stress.
flight, and then the second flight. You know, we had to book the second flight, and then when we get to the hotel, we got there kind of early, and our check-in wasn't until 3 on 4 o'clock actually.
Yeah.
And we got there at 11. So from 11 to 4, we had to like kind of waste time. And then when we got finally into the hotel, we just passed out because we were up. I was up since the previous day. I didn't get to sleep at all. And then I guess like day 2 didn't really do much.
Yeah.
Until day 3 when our friend actually came about. We went to certain gay clubs there. We went to a hip hop club there, which wasn't really my favorite. But on the plus side, the beach was nice. I got to meet up with a friend of mine who used to live here in New York, who's an actor. I just wish I was there a little longer because I wanted to do more things. I wanted to enjoy the beach more. I enjoyed the pool a little bit. I just wanted more sense of relaxation. But 6 days, I think that's enough.
Yeah, Miami's that's definitely more than enough in Miami. You could probably, honestly, you could do Miami in like a weekend, you'll be good. And if you're just there to like club and party, there is things to see, but there's better places you could go for that.
Yeah, that's true. Like I'd rather go out of the country, like you, and just enjoy scenery, but I was honestly there just to relax and just have fun.
Yeah.
Just to get out of the New York state of mind for a while.
Yeah, damn, it's been a while since I did like a relaxing vacation. I feel like last couple of vacations just hiking the world. Just like going on top of like Mount Olympus and screaming at the gods, be like, "Hey, notice me. I have a journey. You wanna join me?"
Okay, Hercules, calm down.
Yeah. So interesting story. What's today? Thursday. 2 days ago, I almost died. So that was fun. Like,
what do you mean you almost died?
Like literally almost died.
First of all, that's the first time we're hearing about this.
Yeah, I wanted to surprise you.
Oh, well, surprise!
Surprise! I'm alive.
Just kidding.
Oh gosh, imagine.
He's cute.
Yeah. So my body went into anaphylactic shock after getting immunotherapy. So I get I get allergy shots because I have a dog and I don't want to get rid of my dog. So I get shots to help balance that out and build an immunity to that, or like a resistance to it. And so when you do immunotherapy, they have different levels of shots. So say you're allergic to cats and dogs, they'll start you off at the beginning level, which is like, let's say color coded is like level green.
Okay.
So you're level green, and then after a couple of months, you're good. You have no like strong reaction to it. You go to level yellow, and then after that, you go to level blue, and then you go to level red, which is like the strongest dose. So most recently, I got to level red this week, and I just go in. It's always normal.
Well, I'm glad you're laughing about this. I'm here just like, what the fuck? You almost died, man.
Yeah, but I have to tell you this. So I did this like 15 times already. The shot's been fine, a little itchy, but that's it. So I'm sitting there in the waiting room because you have to wait 30 minutes just in case you have a reaction, and there's a doctor there to help you.
You got it.
And I was reading my book, and all of a sudden I just get my armpits get really itchy, like unusual. I was like, you know what? It's been a long day. Maybe I just need a shower or something. but then it starts getting like violent. Like I'm scratching and it gets more itchy as I scratch. I was like, yo, what the fuck is happening right now? And my ears start getting red.
Ooh, chills.
And I'm just like, okay, like it's been maybe 15, 20 minutes. Let me go to the front desk. I go to the front desk like, hey, excuse me. Meanwhile, I'm like on the verge of dying. Like I'm on the way of death, and I don't realize it. Like, excuse me, I have a question for you. She's like, yeah, sure. Is it like weird to like feel violently itchy like right now? She's like, yeah. It's like, is it normal? And she's like, no. Why don't you come to the back? And so I go to the back, and then they give me Benadryl to help calm it down. And she's like, how does it feel now? It's like, it's getting worse. Like I feel like my eyes are starting to itch now, and like my neck is starting to itch. It's like, okay. Then they bring a doctor in, and he's like, oh, give him a steroid. And he give me another little thing to drink, and it's a steroid thing. It's supposed to help calm it down also. He's like, okay, give it 5 minutes. And then give 5 minutes, and then he comes back in, and he's like, how do you feel now? He's like, I feel like I'm having trouble breathing. Like, it's getting harder to breathe now. And like, it's getting so itchy. My neck is like, this is red. I started getting rashes on my face and all this stuff. I have pictures I could show you. And he's like, all right, let's go to the other room. So I go to the other room, and I'm lying there in the chair, and he's like, okay, we're gonna inject you with epinephrine. And I was like, well, I don't know what that is. He's like, it's adrenaline. It's like EpiPen. You need the EpiPen. It's adrenaline to help you calm down. I was like, okay, sure. And they just injected it. Oh shit! They injected in my arm, and I basically just have to sit there for another. I was already there like an hour, and so I had to sit there for another 40 minutes to help it calm down. And they just kept coming in. And at this point, the doctor's office should have closed. Like, they should have left. But I was like almost dying. So I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's like, sorry. It's like, what? Why are you?
Sorry, I'm an inconvenience right now, people.
I literally, like, while I couldn't breathe, I was just like, he's like, just relax. I was like, I'm so sorry. I know you had to leave and everything. It's like, I'm here. I'm a doctor. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm supposed to help you.
You're dying.
Yeah. He was like, I remember he told me like so calmly, he's like, okay, so you're having a reaction right now. You're like a level 2. There's 3 levels. You're a level 2 right now. We want to give you this injection so you don't have to take you to the emergency room, so it doesn't get to that point. So you just relax. Gonna give you this, and I'm like, oh, okay. And like meanwhile, there's like a little TV there that shows you like if you're just having an allergic reaction, like go to the emergency room immediately. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, I understand this. I see. Yeah. So yeah, almost.
But you didn't have like any spasms or anything, right?
What?
You didn't have like any like spasms falling on the floor, like shaking.
No.
Oh.
I mean, it was a good move on my part because I was gonna just get up and leave and be like, oh, this is normal. I'll be fine after I shower. But if I did that, I probably would have like just fucking like been like blown up and be like, hey, Dad.
You know, if you did that, you know how much money you'll get from the doctors?
Yeah, not much good if I'm taking a dirt nap.
True, but you know how much money your parents probably would have got?
What the fuck?
Just saying.
But yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then I came home and I ordered Wendy's. I was like, yo, you only live once, man. I try to give him my diet, and I'm just like, yo, I'm getting chicken nuggets. Fuck this.
Yo, I really want chicken nuggets, though.
I was talking about it because fucking Nas and her challenge.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a friend. Her name is Nastasia. She has a little YouTube channel. If you want to go check it out, she does like these challenges, like the 50-50 challenge or the cinnamon challenge, things like that.
The chicken nugget challenge.
Yeah, so shout out to her. But yeah, after watching that, I was just like, oh man, I really want chicken nuggets now. So that's cool. So yeah, that's my experience with the old Lady Death recently. It's a good time. You have some good news, which is, on the bright side. Speaking of
on the bright side.
On the bright side,
I don't want to jinx it. I'm not going to talk much about it because I don't want to jinx it. I found out that they're doing a Broadway adaptation. This is I'm putting this into film, and it's actually one of my favorite musicals. So I'm super excited. I got to do. They were doing an open casting call.
Cats. It's Cats.
Not Cats.
If you didn't know.
Definitely not Cats.
We're cats.
I am tired of Cats, man.
Gotta
Like the musical, like some of the songs, but no, it's not Cats. But I don't want to say much about it because, you know, I don't want to ruin the universe's energy kind of thing. But just want to say that it's one of my favorite musicals put into a film. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to send in a self-tape for one of the roles. I'm just hoping that they're going to be like, you know what, we like you. We want you in the movie. That's my goal. But, you know, if I get the part, that would be awesome too. Oh, it'd be freaking awesome. So, there's that. I actually sent in the self-tape yesterday. And it took me roughly 3.5 to 4 hours to film. And I'm pretty sure like we're gonna talk about that today. But yeah, that's kind of my good news.
It was like a take two. Had a technical difficulty. Just gotta reiterate what just happened here.
Like I said, there's my favorite Broadway show. Well, one of my favorite Broadway shows being turned into a film, and I had the opportunity to participate in an open call. I guess. I had to make a self-tape with two scenes and one song, and send it in.
Okay.
It took me 3.5 to 4 hours to do.
Wow.
You think self-tape? I'll do it pretty quickly. No, not the case. Yeah. But you know, I'm very happy to given the opportunity to audition for this because this show is, you know, highly Hispanic, you could say, or minorities. So I'm crossing my fingers that, you know, they
It's Aladdin. Sorry,
it's not Aladdin, and it's not Cats.
So much Hispanic. Yeah, I wish.
Definitely not Cats.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited. You know, I won't say much. People like to say to work in silent. Didn't really work in silent so much, but yeah, I'm really excited. That's kind of good news, I guess. You know, it'll be better news when they say, hey, you know, we want you into the next going forward, or you know, to the next step, whatever that is. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
I hope they choose me, man. I hope they choose me.
Oh,
I worked so hard and I practiced.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
I hope you get it. Yeah, it's that's the wonder of self-tapes, bro. It's if you just go inside of a room, like this podcast would probably be so much easier if we went into like a studio, sat down, and just started doing whatever. If you went in for a video audition and you just like walked into a studio and everything was already set up, the lights, the camera, perfect angle, everything was great. You just went in there and be like, how about the bomb?
Can we edit that out?
Yeah, I can edit it out.
Okay.
You just be like, da 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 da, and then you just leave. Like it probably would take like 30 minutes, but you have to set up the tripod, you have to set the camera, you have to like look at yourself, make sure you look good, make sure you're in focus, make sure there's no audio outside, no interruptions, there's no fucking cats fucking outside, you know, there's nobody getting arrested, there's no hobo peeing near your window, and you're like, hey, Craig, get the fuck out of here. What did I tell you about that? You know, there's nobody.
Best believe that happens, man.
It happens all the time.
That happens a lot. You're like, all right, I gotta wait till someone shuts up.
Yeah, cats fucking all the time. They just don't
my cat
stop.
was meowing because I locked him in the room.
Yeah.
And I was like, shut up, and he shut up for a while.
Well, whoever was in there, he was getting fucked.
Oh my god.
Or she
wasn't. He wasn't. He's by himself, man.
Yeah. Well.
He's a loner.
Alright. Well, you know. Yeah. It's the wonders. You have to do all that fucking work. Versus when you go in for in-person audition, you just go inside, hello, my name is Fucknut, and then you just do your audition, and then you leave, and then
totally.
You sweat for the next 3 days wondering if you did something wrong.
Or if you got it in, wow. If you got it, or if you didn't, it's like, hello, it's not like a job interview, but you can call them and be like, excuse me, but I had a job interview like 2 days ago. I wanted to know the process of my application, or am I hired? You can't do that. You have to keep wondering. Yeah. It's like, are they gonna tell me that I got in? I keep saying got it in, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
something
did I get casted? No. Yes. Yeah. Can you please tell me, please?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I think the best things when it comes to in-person auditions, and you got something like that, is to literally just do it and then forget about it. Move on with your day, move on with your life until you hear something. Like there's literally, there's either two sides to it. Either you go in and you kill it and you're like, man, I did really fucking good. I'm gonna get that. Or two, you did all right, and then you're like kind of like questioning, like, damn, I should have did this way. Oh man, that would have been a better choice. Oh man, I wonder if like that lady all the way on the left, like she kind of had attitude. I wonder if she was having a bad day and she didn't really like me because she caught a snotty attitude when I asked if I used the script or not. It's always something like that, and yeah, you just gotta just do it and move on. And
So,
you know, it's a huh?
Okay, so if you had to choose one, self-tape audition or a walk-in audition,
Yeah.
which one would you choose? The red pill or the blue pill?
Oh, I can't have both pills.
You gotta choose one, man. You gotta choose one.
Trying to suppress me in 2018.
Yes.
I'm a cat. I feel like a cat. I'm gonna be a cat. Yeah.
In my blood and veins, I feel like I'm a cat.
Yeah. I'm a tree.
It's real.
I identify as a tree. I identify as a luge. I'm a monkey. So video audition or in-person audition? It's a complex question. I mean, it most always depends on, I guess, the type of role you're going for. You know, I believe that, like with something like that you're doing with Broadway, I feel like that's a definitely in-person thing, you know, because you definitely sense a lot more energy and the way people are going to act and, like, you know, show themselves, versus where more like, I guess, dramatic roles where it's, you know, the energy's kind of like contained and it's in facial expressions and stuff. That could be more towards like video auditions because you see like the subtleties like up close with, you know, with video.
Yeah, makes sense.
When I first started out, I really I wanted to do in-person auditions all the time. Like it's because it's the energy, you know, having to like meet people and then, you know, you go from like audition to audition and, you know, it's like you have a whole day of auditions and it's great. You just have like back to back whatever, and then that's it, and then you're done. You don't have to worry about editing. You don't have to worry about camera placement or like lighting or anything like that. You just go on with your day. You know, but like now, like I guess like since I'm a little more into it, like a year, 2 years into acting and stuff. You know, video auditions definitely like they come in clutch a lot of the time.
Okay. I had to chill. I'm so sorry. I told you I'm cold.
Speaking the truth, he's like, "Woo, preach." Yeah. It just comes in clutch. You know, when you get busier, you have a lot more things going on, and yeah, you just want to be. You kind of want to be in that control in order to feel like pick the right take, and you know, like you took 3 hours to do it. You probably had like 20 takes of like. I didn't like the way I blinked my eye on that line. I didn't like the way like I kind of like moved this way, and it looked like I was like, oh, damn it! Son of a bitch, I hate this fucking thing.
You keep moving.
I hit it by accident.
You want to go back over there?
So, we'll hold it until we finish. So I mean, right now, I mean, I've been doing. If I get auditions, I just do video auditions mostly. Like they always like call it in. Or if I have to do in-person auditions, you know, it's fine. What do you think?
Personally, I do like walk-in auditions. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's like an in and out process. You get to meet whatever casting director, whatever, whoever you're auditioning for. Because normally I am a ball of energy, and I like, you know, people to know what kind of person I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the reason why, and it's like, you know, but you're right, it really does depend. Self-tape auditions, I've done them before, but I'm always just worried that, did they look at it? You know,
yeah.
Did they get it? Yeah. What did they actually think?
Or did they ever get to you?
Yeah, like, you know, it's like, oh, did they see someone's video before mine? I'm like, oh, you know, we're going to cast this person. We won't look at this guy, you know?
Yeah, it's possible.
Because, you know, like you said, you spend hours on a self-tape, which is always good, you know, because you kind of critique yourself. But I don't know. I feel like there's more of an adrenaline rush when you do a walk-in audition.
Mm.
It's like, okay, cool. This is my time to shine.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
the nerves.
Let's go. You know, you kind of automatically like know where to look, like who to, you know, how you want to present yourself, how you want to present your character that you're auditioning for. Like with a self-tape, yeah, you have all that, but there's a lot more other things that you have to worry about.
Mm.
Like the angle of the camera,
Yeah,
where you're actually looking.
Outside elements, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sound, for that matter, too.
Mm-hmm.
When I was doing my self-tape yesterday, I had to worry about my cat meowing, and I'm like, crap, okay, can't use this one.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy in the hallway singing. I was like, fuck, man.
That's annoying. Like, shut the fuck up.
For real. And then,
I have a dream.
even though it's good to critique yourself, sometimes you kind of go a little overboard too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm just like, okay, I don't like this one. Like you said, like I don't like the way I looked, or I said a certain line, and then it came to a point where I had 2 takes, like towards the end, like on the 3rd hour, and I was like, man, I really like the way I did this, and then, but I'm like, oh man, I like the way I did this in this take, so I had a really hard time deciding which one I should choose. Because they were both completely different. One was more high energy and one wasn't.
Right. I
chose the one that was more high energy.
Right,
but
you gotta pick the one that you think that they would be looking for the most.
I know, but it was just based on the script. It's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because it can be taken 2 different ways.
There's been times where I literally sent directors both takes.
Yeah, I mean, but since this was more professional,
Mm-hmm.
it was more involved. Like I really had to follow the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be like, hey, I did the second scene twice here. Just look at both of them, please.
Yeah.
I had to literally send them the song, scene 1, scene 2, and there you go.
Yeah.
Crossing fingers.
Yeah, they probably get so many submissions that they're just like, if it's not even properly labeled, they're probably like, no, fuck it. Sometimes it's like that. If you could literally be like, all right, name in the subject with the character you're going for. Mm-hmm. If you don't have the character in there, it's just your name. And be like, all right, trash it.
For real, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so I mean, tons of pros and cons. With both. Like I said, it depends. I think you're on the same boat there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, something I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if you've ever had to utilize this tool, but there's a new social platform for actors to submit auditions. It's an application called the Clap It. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Yes, I've heard of Clap It.
It's called the Clap It app.
Unfortunately, it's not on my phone.
It's not. It's
only on iPhones.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's this app called Clap It, in which a lot of castings, specifically on Backstage, will ask you to fulfill the audition through the app. And in the app, you can either upload your own that you filmed on your phone, or you could film it directly through the app, kind of like Instagram, where you take pictures through Instagram or like whatever. And it limits you to about 10 to 15 seconds, I think 10 to 20 seconds of audition time. Right? Is it 20 seconds? I think.
I'm not sure. I never used it.
I know it's definitely under 30 seconds.
Okay.
Like the audition has to be like 30 seconds or less, or within a minute or something like that. It's definitely less than 30 seconds. So it limits you to like a very limited time frame. Most of them ask you to improvise in the scene based on the details and the storyline that you're given and the characters that you're given. And so you upload. How it works is that you take your audition, you upload it. Usually you put a hashtag like hashtag Fast and Furious 9 audition take.
Okay.
And you'll put your name in the caption and say Alex Pinero. Go and your name, your location, blah blah blah, and you upload it. And the social aspect is that people can,
They vote for you?
People can clap for your audition. It's essentially a like on Instagram. So you get claps, and you could also comment. You could also comment on people's auditions. and there's a tab that's kind of like the most clapped auditions. What?
I got the clap.
Yeah. But listen, this is a big gripe that I have, and I hope that it doesn't go in this direction for acting and like casting in general, because I see a bunch of castings use this app, and basically what they're doing is choosing the top 5 most clapped auditions in order to move on in the process or bring them on to the next process. So essentially, if you have the video with the most likes, you will move on. And what happens is that people comment on your audition saying, hey, great job, I love what you did, please clap back for my audition. And you get constant spam of people asking you to basically like for like, follow for follow type of shit. And I personally feel like that is a direction that rewards more of like a vain, like it's more of a vain way of
it's more about popularity than
it's
talent.
more okay. It's more. I say vain in the sense that, you know, like the probably the most gorgeous woman is going to have the most likes. You know, and that's just speaking from a male perspective. You know, maybe the not the most attractive person, but has great talent, most good comedic timing, might not get the amount that they need in order to reach the next level of the auditions. And I say this personally because I've looked at the top auditions, and I see the people that are up there with like 200, 300 like likes, and I'm like, to be honest with you, this is not that great. This is not that great, and these are for like feature films, like big productions. And I'm looking at this like, you know, like my auditions will get plenty of claps, whatever, but not even close to enough. And I'm not asking people to like my stuff. I just put it up there and hoping a casting director will see it. But what they're doing is rewarding people who ask, get the most likes, and you have to in turn, hey, like my stuff, like my stuff. It's not about talent anymore. It's mostly a popularity contest.
Of course.
And I really don't like that. I really don't like that. You know, nothing against the creators of the app, nothing against like the castings or anything like that. But I feel like personally, as an actor, that's an unfair platform to use, because it's going to be mostly the person that has you could ask like your whole family to download the app and just like your stuff. You could have a family of like 30, and all of them will like your stuff, and they're like, oh, I don't know what this is, but I'm supporting you, you know? And they'll look at it and be like, okay, he has 300 likes, let's bring him in, you know? Or something like that. Like, I'm not sure the next process of it, but that's what they say. It's like, we're going to pick the top 5 most liked auditions. I'm like, that honestly sounds like a fucking Black Mirror episode, you know? Like, the person who's most liked is most likely going to be like a serial killer, you know? Or something like that.
It's really not my thing. I didn't get to use it because it's on iPhone and it's not on Samsung. But I saw several castings where they were like, "Oh, you have to download Clap It," and I'm like,
Clap
It, Clap It. You have to download Clap It, and I'm just like, I can't. So I guess I'm lucked out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just like think about it. If it would say this audition that you just did, this big audition that you're passionate about, say that this audition was through the app in which you have to have the most likes out of anybody nationwide in order to go to the next process. They're saying basically like, well, let's see how many people you get to like your shit. How would you feel about that, instead of somebody basically kind of determining your potential for the role based on your talent and your looks and your energy and your vibe, but now it's just based on how many clicks this guy got.
I would honestly, personally, I think it sucks to have an app like that. In reality, if I'm really thinking about it, social media plays a big part now, especially in this industry,
Mm-hmm.
that let's say you and me, we go for the same role, we get final callbacks, and we both do excellent. They're gonna be like, oh, but who has the most following?
Mm-hmm.
And the person with the most following is gonna get the role. So at that moment in time, it's not really about talent because we're both equal, but they're just gonna go the person, most likely it's you because you have the larger following. They're gonna go for you versus me. So this app is kind of similar because like, okay, how many people are actually interested in this person's performance?
Mm-hmm.
If they are, all these people might actually go see the film. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're looking at more as a money standpoint and box office kind of thing. If it was a big production that would go into theaters.
Okay. Well, see, the thing with that is, number one, you have to get talent in order to get to the end where you have to decide. You first have to determine their talent, because you say you had 100,000 people who submitted auditions, and you got to those two people, and they're both so good, and you're like, okay, let's see who has the better following. And if you have 50,000 followers and I have 15,000, you'll be like, okay, let's choose him. But you already had the talent there to begin with. With this app, it's basically just saying like, who can hoard the most amount of attention, and then we'll give them our attention.
Got it.
You know, like, hey, look at me, hey guys. It could just be like, this could be the audition, like, hey, what's up, Craig? Hey, nothing much. Yeah, how's Tanya? Oh, that's great. That's great. All right, thank you, Alex, New York. And it'd be like, hey, look at my audition. Look. Everybody. You could like everybody's stuff and be like, hey, I like yours like mine. I like yours like mine. I like yours like mine. And everybody does that. 400 people do that. And they're like, they see this guy, hey, what's up? They're like, what the fuck? What is this? Well, it's because you're rewarding behavior. You could be really good at whoring yourself out for attention, but be horrible at being an actor, or like horrible at being any type of entertainer. You know what I mean? And that's what pisses me off, is because what they're rewarding it with. You know, with what you said, like I said, you already had the talent there to begin with. I get it.
Yeah.
You know, no hard feelings, fine. You have a bigger following than me. I get it. You want more attention. You have you're an influencer or whatever it is now. But with the app, it's just like a free for all. Like, it's just like rabid dogs. Like, hey, like my stuff. You know, like,
It gives, which is cool. It gives anyone the opportunity, you know, to audition for something.
Mm-hmm.
But like it.
I like that. I like that. You know, everybody gets a fair
it's
opportunity.
cool, but it's really unfair because we do have working actors like ourselves who study, who worked hard to develop their craft. Go ahead. Oh, and go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that, and you could. Well, with that is that somebody could see you be so good, and have the pettiness of social media be like, I'm not gonna like them because they're so good. Fuck them.
Oh yeah, definitely that.
You know, there's people on Instagram who don't like your shit just because they don't like you, but they follow you anyway.
Because they want to see what you're doing.
Exactly.
No, it's just, it gives us a really unfair advantage because people that we don't think are really good could be like the Final 5, Final 2, whatever. And there's like, oh shit, like I've been studying for years, and you know, people saying that I'm good, and people who are being casted potentially are the ones who are speaking in monotone. Hi, my name is Jaime. Oh, you have a new dog? Like, you're gonna pick that person over me? Or over someone else who's a lot more talented?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean...
I see like this next wave of technology and generation, everything. Not everybody, but I feel like it's a generation of, hey, look at me type of thing, where you're on YouTube or you're on Instagram Live just doing stupid shit. Nobody cares, but either you look cute or you're doing stupid shit and people see it.
I think stuff
And
like Clap It should just remain on either Facebook or Instagram. And I think if they were to develop clap it or find new rules on how to use it. It should literally just be like a place where you could put self-tapes and let the casting director decide.
Yeah, I think the idea of it is great, but basing your casting on the amount of likes that they have is not right.
No, it's not.
You could the social media for actors. I love it. I love that idea. It's great, and people clapping and commenting. But literally, you could look at my videos, and it's just people saying, "Great job, like my video."
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody saying like, "Wow, you had depth. Like I like your comedic timing." Blah blah blah. No, it's just, "Hey, I saw yours. Now look at mine." And it's just like
really no point because
yeah, it is. It's just like spam.
Mm-hmm.
It's people, everybody just saying, "Hey, look at me, look at me." You know, it's just a bunch of selfishness. You know, and if it's a tool for us to see everybody's and like be able to analyze and see, oh, okay, they did a good job, all this stuff, and then casting directors could still look at all of them and been like, I'm gonna pick the best of the bunch, not the best 5 that other people liked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the fucking Bachelor. You know, it's like,
it's cool to connect that way, but like I said, at the end of the day, it should be the casting director to decide.
Yeah, exactly. That's all.
Even if it's just like, oh, like the first. Not even, I won't even say that. Like the first 40 videos that, you know, I'm going to look at kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, but that's probably pushing it too.
Yeah.
Depending on the project, there's a lot of actors out there.
I'm gonna check it out now. I'm gonna show you if I can whip it out. Not like that.
You just say the darndest things.
Yeah, big ass Spanish dudes say the darndest things.
For real, you're like gigantic.
Yeah, I know.
Squishing me on the train and stuff.
I don't know why my auditions don't even come up. I think they go away after a while. But look, you can see one of the. Oh my god. Wait, I can't even look at the comments. Look, you could see here some of the comments there. There's a ton of them like that.
One says, great job. Would you clap my hashtag #SmackFilm?
Yeah.
Love it. Clap for me. Hey, would you check out my hashtag Justified Vengeance film? Would you please check my audition? That's crazy.
Yeah, and you know, I like the sense of community they're trying to build, but it's like I said, it's in vain because nobody's actually looking at your videos. They just want you to look at theirs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would love to just watch people's great auditions, you know, and be able to comment, like, wow, that was a great job.
Like, and
you know, without having to reciprocate something in internal.
Yeah. Do these people get the sides, or do they have to memorize them, or does it appear on screen, like karaoke?
No. So say you get a casting call for like a new Kevin Hart film or something like that,
okay.
And be like, okay, you're Kevin's best friend who's trying to help him through a breakup, and it'd be like, improvise the scene, and you'll get 30 seconds to be like, hey Kev, you alright, man? No, relax, it's not gonna be that serious, man. Yo, stop with that bullshit, you better man the fuck up right now. Like, something like that, and then that's it. Like, it's just 30 seconds of that, and then that's the scene.
That was really good, though.
Thank you.
Kevin Hart, please hire him.
Yeah.
Cast him.
You know what? I didn't get enough claps. So I ain't gonna get to the next fucking round, because I ain't a hoe.
You don't want the clap.
You know? But, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think, like, it needs to just be... There just needs a better way, you know?
And it's all improv.
Improv,
yeah. Improv.
I believe it's all improv. As far as the auditions I've got and the ones I've seen.
I mean, improv is cool and everything, but I feel like when you're auditioning for something, I feel like you need some kind of lines or monologues.
Yeah. That
way, like, they can actually see how you get into character.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you improv, you're still being yourself.
Yeah. You see, if they did it that way, if they did with improv, and then the next round was something scripted from the actual film,
mm-hmm.
and then you actually have a professionally done video audition in order to reach their final decision, then that makes a little bit more sense, you know. because if you have a social network of just everybody improvising, then you kind of get to see how they think on their toes in order to like add to the script, add to the feel of it, you know, without having to be so robotic and reading off a piece of paper, you know. As a first round, you know, as like a first, okay, you made your way in, you were all right, you know. But yeah,
I mean, normally for self tapes though, like, do you try to have your lines memorized?
most of the time, yeah.
Same.
Unless there is some times where it's a lot of lines, and they'll be like, it doesn't have to be memorized.
Okay.
Like it'll be a couple pages, and I'll just like I'll look at it initially, and then I'll try to like keep an eye on it while looking at the camera still. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because
I'm like looking at these like videos right now on Clap It,
yeah,
and you know some of them are, you know, done pretty good,
yeah,
like angle wise and everything. People actually doing these self tapes in their car.
yeah. I've seen a couple in the car. I've seen a couple at work, at the office. You know,
In a park, looking directly in the camera, making me feel uncomfortable.
yeah. Like I said, there's definitely like some really talented people on there, but there's also people that really have no business, you know. And I don't mean like they shouldn't be actors, but I mean like probably like take a class or something.
Like this guy's head's not even in frame.
You see?
I don't know if you can see it.
You see it? Just like cut off. It's crazy, man. I don't get it.
Normally when you do like self tapes or anything, you have to film with like, not with, you know, you're not, excuse me, take two. When you film a self tape, like your background should be like blank or not distracting. And some of these backgrounds are distracting.
Nah, man, you need to have a hot pink background while you wear stripes and the top of your head is cut off.
That would give me a headache.
There's sirens blaring in the background.
See, like some people, they know, like blank background.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a guy with pictures and looking directly in the camera again and making me feel uncomfortable.
And the crazy thing is, like, the guy that's, like, at the Burger King drive-thru doing his audition in his car will probably have, like, 150 likes.
And, like, I get it, you know, they're trying to, like, develop a scene. But, like, this guy, he's outside. There's kind of different lights shining on him.
Mm.
And I would worry about, like, wind, picking up the wind.
Mm.
Because you're really recording on your phone and it's easy to pick up wind.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be heard, at least. Not fighting against nature.
Mm.
This one kind of looks like the beginning of a sex tape in jail.
What are you gonna do to me? So you go on a solitary confinement.
But I'm scared to be alone.
Solitary confinement in your ass.
Howard Nash.
Speaking of prison.
I guess. Well, it's interesting. I don't have it for my phone, so here you go.
Right.
And I don't need it.
Yeah, I mean...
I will work the hard way, goddammit.
See, look. Look, it says on the top, character breakdowns. And there's somebody talking about, it said, okay, welcome to the best feed. The most clapped auditions for blah, blah, blah film, open call. The 5 most clapped females, the 5 most clapped males. And it will audition for the 11 finalists. And the filmmaker will choose 1 male and 1 female from the finalists. Like, that's, I don't know, man.
Well, good luck.
This guy, what the hell is happening with his neck?
Good luck. That's all I have
What
to say.
What is that in his head?
Oh, his ear. I was looking at that. I think there's like something in his ear.
Like a gauge?
I think so.
Like, I thought it was a Bluetooth. This is crazy. Lady's in her car. This, this guy's at his work desk.
Like, I get it. You know, they're trying to,
Yeah.
you know, make a scene for them.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's not best. You just want people... I mean, well, this is a different platform.
But like I said, it's people whoring themselves out for you to like their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Look, all these comments is just, good job, check out mine. Nice work. Why don't you check out mine? It's just really annoying, you know. Maybe not even have comments. Maybe just, I don't know, claps. And the director still has control over who they cast.
As long as the director has control.
Yeah, as long as he has control.
Who knows? Maybe the director be like, you know what? You know, my finalists, they're not really talented, so I'm gonna just try to find somewhere else to cast them. Like, let's go through backstage. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, you know, good luck to those.
Yeah.
Good luck to those, I guess. Not hating.
Yeah. I mean, it's just something from an actor's standpoint who, you know, like tries to work hard at it, just wants all the fairness and all. And, you know, that's all. But, yeah, so that's that. Do you... Speaking of, yeah, I mean, speaking of auditions, do you have, like, any, like, I guess... It would be probably restricted just for in-person auditions, like a really, like shitty in-person audition that you had, like a really, like, just overall, like, not your performance per se, but just, I guess, like, maybe all around, like, it was just a bad experience.
I wouldn't say it was a bad experience, but more of a learning experience.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And it's probably when I first started out auditioning for film, because I'm a trained theater actor,
Mm-hmm.
and so auditioning for theater and auditioning for film are completely different. So when I first, long story short, like, I didn't get the part, but I understood why.
Yeah.
It was for a student film, a student short film. And I came in there feeling confident. I'm like, yeah, I know how to act, and, you know, this character is pretty cool. But I had treated this audition like it was a theater audition.
Okay.
So I was, like, super expressive. Not super expressive, but expressive.
Yeah, you were, like, frolicking.
Projecting a lot more instead of not being so natural.
Right.
It wasn't until I took a certain person's intensive class that I was like, oh, cinematic acting is different than...
Oh, you didn't know? You thought it was, like, the same?
Pretty much.
Mm.
You know, like, I didn't think it was the same, but I kind of just didn't, like, realize until it was kind of pointed out in front of me.
Mm.
I was like, oh, that's why I haven't been getting roles. Because I'm just being my extra self.
Just being your best self.
I'm being my best self.
Yeah.
Like, if this was a theater role, I would have gotten it. But it wasn't really shitty. But I had an interesting one where it was a bunch of short films.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, sorry, not short films. It was web series. My bad.
Yeah.
And it had to do... The web series was basically based on sex. Like the dominatrix scene in New York City.
Yeah.
And so I go to the audition. One, couldn't find where the audition was. This was a walk-in live audition. Couldn't find where the audition was. Apparently it was in a building. It was gated. I was like, okay. Whatever. Kind of weird, but okay. First one there.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't supposed to be the first one there.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, I'm just early, like I always am. I'm just going to wait till the room fills up.
Punctual.
The room didn't fill up. So people were getting ready to go downstairs. When I swear I went downstairs, it was like one of those. It looked like a dungeon a bit. Candles were lit up.
Oh wow!
There was like this.
There were candles lit.
It was candles lit. It was a sensual feeling. Really sensual feeling.
Trying to build a scene.
I guess so. And the 3 women in front of me.
Were they naked?
They weren't naked, but they were.
In leather. Spanx?
They had an essence about them. I guess I could. They had an essence about them. Like, you could tell that they're really nice people, but if you get them in a closed, dark room setting, they'll whip the shit out of you.
Oh boy.
With whips and paddles and
some
gag balls.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, I was being my happy, energetic self. Hey, nice to meet you and everything.
Yeah.
But in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, this is so weird. I'm seeing candles. I'm seeing
candles,
fireplaces, and such romantic mood lighting.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like this big spotlight on me. And I'm like, ooh, this light is bright. So, I kind of...
Wait, there was a spotlight?
Yes.
Or it was just like a light, like a filming light?
It honestly felt like a spotlight.
It was like a sound effect.
Yep.
Like in the movies.
I was like, okay, there's a big light hitting me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see them anymore.
Yeah.
And they're literally 4 feet away from me.
Oh wow.
So I was like, okay, I did the best I could do.
Yeah.
They didn't cast me. But in the back of my head, I was just like, oh, this is really strange.
Yeah.
Really, really strange.
Wow.
Candles, man. Literally, it was... The room above that room was just all plain white. Whatever. It looked like, you could perform anything. Just a plain white room.
Mm.
Downstairs is where the magic happens. I felt like I was in a witch's cellar.
Yeah, that's weird. Was it an actual studio or was it just a random location?
It was. Honestly, I felt like it was a random location in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Could have been a studio. They could have had plays or performances.
Yeah.
Because I've been in places like that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, when I went downstairs, it was a whole different world. I don't know why the candles were lit up. I felt like incense were in the room and everything. I'm like, okay, well, I may not come back.
Wow.
They might just tear my clothes off and have a little orgy with me. I don't know.
Right.
But, they were actually super dope and super nice. Like I said, they had this free essence about them. So that was kind of an interesting live audition.
They weren't even casting for a film. They were just looking for fresh meat.
Well,
that's probably what it was.
Like I said, the film was about. Well, the film was about American Chinese dominatrix culture.
Yeah.
In New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So I get if they wanted to keep that theme and keep that mood.
Yeah, but don't fucking have candlelight.
But I'm just used to I'm just used to walking into a studio or walking into a room. There's just a table and casting directors and whatever. Production, whatever. I'm just used to that in regular room, not candles, incense, rugs, and tiger skins.
That's fucking weird, bro.
It's all I need is a satin robe, and then I'm like, hey folks, how's it going?
Yeah, nothing touches just skin but pure silk.
See.
Yeah. Wow.
So, that was kind of my interesting.
Yeah. Definitely intense. I mean, honestly, you're lucky to make it out of there alive.
It was honestly maybe a little intimidating.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine 4 ladies in leather with candlelight.
Really,
in a basement in
Brooklyn.
Brownsville.
In Brooklyn.
Imagine.
I think it was probably Crown Heights.
Yeah. I've definitely had experiences come to a random location in Brooklyn and you go into a chained up metal door and you go through and there's a Microsoft Word printed paper that says auditions this way and you're like, what the hell? And then the other way there's a blood trail and you're like, I don't know which way to go. And you're like, what the hell am I doing here? And there's like, you know, there's no like check-in. It's just like you walk into like this big ass room and you're like, oh, come in, come in. That's happened a couple times to me, honestly. Where I would go into like an elementary school and it'd just be like the signs, like go this way, and then I just see like this lone hallway and like there's always one person in like a suit. It's always a guy in a suit that's like by himself, like takes it way too serious. And he's like looking at his lines like, yeah, Janessa, yeah. Just like sitting there. I'm like, hey, is this for the auditions? Like, yeah. Like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just wait here. And yeah. But that's not the weirdest, not the worst audition I've had. I think I've had a couple, but one of them was actually, it wasn't in a studio, it was in Manhattan, and I believe it was like this warehouse type of area. It was, I think it might have been for like a student film or independent short, something like that. But I had to go into this big building, and it looked like, you know, like those photo studios that are like really big and they have the big window. It's like a huge room.
Yes.
Yeah, it was something like that, except it was like really run down. And you know, they had a little waiting room outside with chairs, and you go inside, and you know, the director had said that, you know, he'll give the sides when I get there. I'm like, okay, like I thought I usually ask like, is there any sides, so I could have them memorized by the time I get there. And he said, no sides. You know, when you get here, we'll give you the sides. And so I get there, and you know, I go in for the audition, and you know, he has the camera set up, whatever. He has somebody there to read along, I believe. And I was just like, hey, do you have, you know, I didn't get the sides. It's like, he's like, you know, no, I sent it to you. And I was like, no, you didn't send it to me. I didn't get any sides. And he was like, no, I sent it to you. You're supposed to have it memorized. Like all, and he's like, you know, you're coming unprepared. And I was like, no, you literally, like, I have the email where it says you were gonna give it to me. And he's like, no, it's not right. And like, I don't know, like, I think I asked, like, do you have any sides? And he was like, I forgot what he said, but I think he was just like not having it. Like, he was just like, no, I sent you the sides. I sent it to you. Like, you know, like, you should be ready. And
but look, there's the email, put it in his face.
But I was just like, you know what, I'll fucking do a monologue. Like, I just said I'll do a monologue. I didn't have a monologue prepared. I didn't have anything prepared. And he was like, all right, yeah, fine. And this was like in the prime where I was like going to like mad auditions. And I didn't have a monologue prepared. So what I was doing was essentially just making shit up as an audition. And just kind of like just going along with whatever I was saying. And I was like, who's the character's name? And he's like, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, all right, so I guess I'm Mark. And like, I was like talking to, I don't know, somebody who's my ex-girlfriend. And I was just like giving like this random ass monologue. It's like, you gonna talk to me? Like you don't know me no more? You know? Like, how long has it been? What have you been doing, huh? You already over us? It's only been a couple months. You never really fucking loved me. You never really cared about me. You over here running around, and I'm just like, Bill.
The actual monologue?
No,
okay.
I'm just like making shit up as I go, and he's just like looking at me like you're not prepared. You're not prepared. Like, I don't care what you do. And I honestly, I was just winging it. I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna just go all in, just make something up, and I just made up this whole. And I actually got mad. I actually got up close to his face, and I was like, I don't give a fuck what you think. But I was like in character, so I could do that. So like in his face, like, I don't give a fuck. What the fuck you say? I'm gonna do me. And I like backed up. And then he was like, okay.
He felt the intensity and he didn't want to get beat up.
Okay. You know what? We'll be in touch. That was it. Yeah, we'll be in touch.
And was he in touch?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, fuck that guy. Whoever he was, I don't even remember what their names were or anything. It was just, you know, audition.
We'll find you.
We would find you, and we will kill you. You know, speaking of that, when I was casting for my short film Retribution, and I had a studio rented out, I think on 34th Street Studios, excuse me, and I was with my friend Tom, and me and Tom are doing auditions, and we have it on camcorder, like we're taping everybody to review it later. And I had told people to have monologues prepared.
Yeah.
You know, as part of the thing. Like, I didn't want them to read on script. I just want them to do monologues. And people were coming in, you know, with like really like random shit. Like the one guy actually casted in my film. He did a monologue from Good Will Hunting. Mm-hmm. He did the "it's gonna be okay" thing. You know, the famous scene with Robert Williams and Matt Damon, where he's like, "It's not your fault. It's not your fault." He did that by himself, and I casted him. And he's actually a great guy. He's a cool guy. But that's not the point. It was the Taken line this one guy, he was a brown dude. He came in with a suit, and he was just basically like talking himself up. He's like, "Yeah, you know, I'm a great actor, and I hope you like it." And he was just like setting himself up. He went into the corner of the room and just like it was a boxing match. Like he amped himself like, okay, it's good. And he like. The way I wish I could show on camera, but let's see if I can turn around. He basically like was in the corner and he turned around.
Watch the mic.
Yeah, and just went. Hello. Oh, I see. Well, whoever this is, I don't care where you are. I don't care who you are. I'm going to find you. And he like looks at me. He's like, I'm going to find you. And I'm going to kill you. And then he like presses the button hard and throws his phone across into the fucking corner.
His real phone.
Like his real phone, he throws it into the corner. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And he's just like, that's it. And he's like, that's it. And I was like, okay, well,
intense.
He did the whole thing from Taken, which was like about 7 seconds long, with high intensity, and I'm pretty sure broke his phone. And I was like, okay, you know, I was like, all right, cool. I looked up at Tom. I was like, yeah, we'll be in touch. I didn't laugh, but I was just like, yeah, we'll be in touch. He stays there. He just stands there. He's like, oh, did you think it was good? And I was like, yeah, you did a good job. He said, I take acting classes, and I just to let you know, I had an A in the class. I had top in class. I had an A. I had actually A plus. And I was like, oh, you had an A plus. Wow, you got an A plus. Okay. I literally said, wow, you got an A plus? That's cool. Wow, Tom, you got an A plus. He's like, yeah, I heard. And he's just like, yeah, so I do pretty good, and I hope you pick me to be in your movie. And I was like, yeah, like I said, man, I'll let you know.
Did you pick him?
No.
Oh.
The fuck? Just fucking come into an audition and be like, I was top in acting class, I got A plus. I have A plus 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 plus. Please pick me. I am on the clap of that. I am the best of all time of people who don't know how to act. Pick me, please.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought that was it's always a fun
Luckily
story.
I wasn't there. I would have laughed.
It's just the velocity and the passion and rigorousness that he threw his phone without a care. Like it wasn't this $700 smartphone.
In character, man.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe I should have casted him.
I wouldn't have thrown my phone.
Honestly, maybe I should have casted him.
I would have been like, well, see that's me throwing my phone, but you know, since it's expensive,
yeah,
just pretend I did. Or even just get a fake phone.
I don't know.
A fake phone that it's like, all right, this is an old flip phone. I don't use it anymore. I'm just gonna chuck it.
That motherfucker really wanted the part. That's all I could say. You know. But yeah, there was a couple of people like that. Clap it.
Clap it.
I did an audition for them too to be like a clap it ambassador, in which they're like I guess it's like a host or something like that. I don't know. But
was that on Backstage?
Probably, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw that too, but because I didn't have Clap It, because I have, this wonderful Galaxy phone.
Yeah, so wonderful. It doesn't have the apps that you need for acting. So wonderful.
Samsung S9 Plus. Better than iPhone.
Yeah, good luck.
Fuck the Clap It app.
Yeah, well, I didn't say it. But yeah, if anyone has any requests, any topics you want to hear us talk about, mostly based on acting, movies. Like we've said before, we've both been on like tons of movie sets, whether doing background, supporting, lead roles. Both been on TV. We both worked on small projects, big projects, huge TV shows. We've been a part of it for a long time, and we want to talk to you guys, and we want to hear from you, and we also have a lot to learn as well. And I think we have a lot to share. Even the most topics that we try to come up with is not everything that we know. There's always somebody may suggest something and it might trigger like another thing another experience that you had, and there's a lot of things to talk about. So email ICBIMC. Oh, I said it right this time. ICBIMC@gmail.com for requests or topics you'd like to hear. That's ICBIMC@gmail.com. And yeah, social media pages. Instagram, I'm at AP Suave. Twitter, AP Suaves. YouTube, AP Suaves as well. And you could also find me on the Facebook fan page is facebook.com/AP Suave. Hopefully be submitted to go on Spotify.
Super exciting.
So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Episode 3 video, by the time this comes out, should be on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, type in the New York City and the NYC Visionaries. The NYC Visionaries page is the umbrella for all content that we create, all things podcast, all things sketches, skits, scats, and scallywags. Any films that we do is going to be under there. So go to the NYC Visionaries on YouTube. You can watch us and our ugly faces, and doing the podcast live and in person. So yeah, definitely check that out. Subscribe, like the videos, and hopefully episode 4 video will also be out. But it's tough out here. Do the best I can, but definitely subscribe and look forward to some more things coming out. And that is episode 4. Thank you guys so much for watching or listening, or if you're deaf and blind, feeling somehow. I don't know how. There's no platform for that yet. Maybe it's on Clap It. You can feel it. Feel the podcast. Feel it. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Clap it good. Oh, like you know you should.
Sorry.
And this is why we're friends, folks.
Too far. Sorry about that. All right. See you in episode 5.
Bye.